Imagine walking through a valley so beautiful, so surreal, that legends say even the gods couldn't resist its pull. Nestled deep in the Western Himalayas of Uttarakhand, India, lies a UNESCO World Heritage site that blooms into life for only a few short months every year. This is the Valley of Flowers, a 38-kilometer journey that takes you through gushing waterfalls, dense alpine forests, and ancient pilgrimage paths. But trekking here in the peak of the monsoon isn't just a walk in the park. It requires planning, stamina, and the right information. In this video, we're breaking down everything you need to know: the day-by-day itinerary, how to reach, costs, permits, and the harsh reality of trekking during the Indian monsoon. If you're ready for the adventure of a lifetime, hit that subscribe button, pack your poncho, and let's dive in. Before we hit the trail, let's talk geography. The Valley of Flowers National Park sits at an altitude ranging from 3,200 meters to 3,658 meters, 10,500 to 11,800 feet above sea level. It spans over 87 square kilometers and is protected as the second core zone of the Nanda Devi Biosphere Reserve. Geographically, it is located in the Pushpawati River Valley, positioned beautifully at the junction of two great Himalayan subranges, the Zanskar Range to the north and the Great Himalaya to the south. This unique placement creates a microclimate that shields the valley from the extreme harsh winds of the Tibetan Plateau, making it a perfectly protected sanctuary for life. This valley has always been wrapped in myth. In ancient Hindu scriptures, it is referred to as Nandan Kanan, the celestial garden of Lord Indra, the king of heaven. According to the epic Ramayana, this is the sacred ground where Lord Hanuman searched for the legendary Sanjeevani herb to revive Lakshman. For centuries, local villagers from the Bundar Valley avoided stepping foot in the meadows. They believed the valley was the exclusive abode of Apsaras, the heavenly fairies. Folklore warned that if anyone wandered in alone, the intense, intoxicating fragrance of the flowers would cause them to lose consciousness, and the fairies would take them away forever. The modern, documented history of the valley began completely by accident in 1931. Three British mountaineers, Frank S. Smythe, Eric Shipton, and R.L. Holdsworth, were descending from a highly successful expedition to Mount Comet. Caught in a treacherous monsoon blizzard, they lost their way and stumbled down into the Bundar Valley. Expecting a cold, barren gorge, they instead walked into a dazzling, endless sea of colorful alpine flowers. Entranced by its beauty, Smythe wrote, "It was a valley of peace and perfect beauty, where the mind could find refuge from the world's conflicts." He named it the Valley of Flowers and returned in 1937 to extensively map and collect botanical specimens, eventually publishing his famous book of the same name. But the valley's history also holds a poignant tragedy. Inspired by Smythe's writings, Joan Margaret Ledge, a brilliant botanist from the Royal Botanic Gardens in Kew, traveled to the valley in 1939 to study its flora. While attempting to collect specimens on a steep, rocky slope, she tragically lost her footing and fell to her death. In 1944, her sister visited the spot and built a modest stone memorial. On it, she inscribed a verse from the Bible: "I will lift up mine eyes unto the hills, from whence cometh my help." Today, hikers still stop by to pay their respects. Decades later, recognizing its ecological fragility, India declared it a national park in 1982, and in 2005, UNESCO inscribed it as a World Heritage Site. What makes the Valley of Flowers a global ecological treasure is its incredible biodiversity. Because it lies in a transition zone between the eastern and western Himalayan flora, as well as the moist and dry Tibetan zones, it contains an unusually rich assemblage of species, many of which are endemic and found nowhere else on Earth. Let's talk about the stars of the show, the flora. Over 600 species of vascular plants bloom here. First is the legendary Brahma Kamal. It's the state flower of Uttarakhand and is highly sacred. Growing only at extreme altitudes above 3,000 meters, it blooms late in the monsoon, encased in protective, translucent, papery yellow bracts that act as miniature greenhouses, keeping the delicate inner purple flowers warm against freezing mountain air. Next is the iconic Himalayan blue poppy, often crowned the queen of Himalayan flowers. Its stunning, almost glowing sapphire blue petals and golden center are a rare sight, protected by delicate needle-like thorns on its stem. You'll also encounter the striking cobra lily, which gets its name from its uncanny resemblance to a hooded cobra poised to strike. The valley is also a treasure trove of high-value medicinal plants used in Ayurveda and Tibetan medicine, such as Dactylorhiza hatajira, locally known as salampanja, and the powerful healing herb Aconitum heterophyllum. But the park faces modern ecological threats. An invasive weed named Polygonum polystachyium aggressively colonizes the land, occasionally choking out native flower beds. To protect this fragile balance, forest rangers manually weed large patches of the valley every single year. It's not just about the flowers. This biodiverse sanctuary is a critical refuge for rare and highly endangered Himalayan fauna. The dense subalpine forests of birch and rhododendron are home to the elusive snow leopard, the Asiatic black bear, the Himalayan brown bear, and the shy Himalayan musk deer, sought after for its precious scent gland. You might even spot herds of barl, or blue sheep, grazing on the steep cliffs high above. Bird watchers will be in paradise. Keep your eyes peeled for the stunning Himalayan monal, Uttarakhand's state bird, with its brilliant, multicolored metallic feathers. You can also hear the calls of the coatless pheasant, spot massive lammergeiers, bearded vultures, soaring on thermals, and watch flocks of snow pigeons darting across the glacial streams. Our journey starts from Rishikesh or Dehradun, which are well connected by air, rail, and road. From here, you have to embark on an epic 10 to 11-hour mountain drive to Govindghat. You'll travel along National Highway 7, tracing the sacred confluences of the Alaknanda River, passing through Devprayag, Rudraprayag, and Karnaprayag. This drive is stunning, but landslides are very common in the monsoon. Always carry buffer days in your travel plan. From Govindghat, a short 4-kilometer shared cab ride takes you to Pulna village, which is where your actual trekking journey begins. Day 1 is all about the drive. You'll cover about 270 kilometers from Rishikesh to Govindghat, which takes around 10 hours. Keep your eyes peeled for the stunning confluence at Devprayag, where the Bhagirathi and Alaknanda rivers merge to form the holy Ganga. You'll spend this first night resting up in a guest house in Govindghat or nearby Peoplekoti. On day 2, the real action begins. After a short 4-kilometer drive to Pulna, you'll start a 9-kilometer trek up to Ghangaria. You'll climb from 1,828 meters to 3,000 meters in elevation. This is a steady, well-defined stone trail where you will cross cascading waterfalls and dense deodar forests. Ghangaria is the bustling base camp for both the Valley of Flowers and Hemkund Sahib. Because it's remote, keep in mind that the accommodations here are basic, and mobile networks are highly limited. Day 3 is the main event, entering the Valley of Flowers. It's a 4-kilometer trek each way, gaining another 500 meters in elevation. Start your day early. The forest checkpost opens at 7 a.m., and you must exit by 5 p.m. because overnight camping is strictly prohibited inside the national park. The trail starts with a steep climb, but opens up into a dramatic, flat valley. Walk as far as you can, roughly 5 kilometers into the meadow toward the Tipra Glacier to see the densest blooms. And remember to pack a lunch and carry plenty of water, as there are 0 shops inside the park. For day 4, you have the option to undertake a spiritual climb to Hemkund Sahib. It's a steep 6-kilometer ascent each way, taking you to a massive altitude of 4,300 meters. This is optional, but highly recommended. Hemkund Sahib is the highest Sikh pilgrimage site in the world. The trek is physically demanding, but once you reach the top, you are rewarded with hot tea and delicious, comforting langar served inside the Gurudwara, right beside a pristine glacial lake. The energy here is absolutely electric. Days 5 and 6 are for your return journey. On day 5, you'll trek 9 kilometers back down from Ghangaria to Pulna, take a cab to Govindghat, and if you have the time, optionally visit the holy Badrinath temple, just 25 kilometers away, before resting for the night. Finally, on day 6, you'll make the long 10-hour drive back to Rishikesh, bringing your epic Himalayan adventure to a close. Now, let's talk numbers and preparation so you don't face any surprises on the trail. First up, permits. You don't need to book these months in advance. You can get them right at the Ghangaria Forest checkpost. Just remember to carry a valid government ID. For Indian nationals, a 3-day pass costs 150 rupees, with an extra 50 rupees for each additional day. For foreign nationals, it's 600 rupees for 3 days, plus 250 rupees for extra days. So how much will this whole trip cost you? For a standard 6-day trip starting from Rishikesh, a budget, self-guided trek using shared transport and local guest houses will set you back anywhere between 8,000 to 12,000 rupees. If you prefer the comfort of a guided group trek with pre-arranged transport, meals, and guides, expect to pay between 12,000 to 20,000 rupees per person. Finally, let's talk packing. Remember, this is a monsoon trek, so your gear will make or break your experience. First, invest in a high-quality poncho or a proper raincoat. It will rain a lot, and cheap umbrellas just won't cut it. Second, you absolutely need waterproof trekking shoes with excellent grip because those stone trails become incredibly slippery. Third, don't forget a rain cover for your backpack to keep your spare clothes dry. Speaking of clothes, pack quick dry fabrics. Leave the heavy cotton t-shirts at home as they take forever to dry in the monsoon humidity. Next, pack some warm layers. Ghangaria gets quite chilly in the evenings, usually dropping to around 8 degrees Celsius to 12 degrees Celsius. And lastly, carry a reusable water bottle and water purification tablets so you can safely refill your water from the natural springs along the trail. The Valley of Flowers is more than just a trek. It's a sensory overload. The smell of wet pine, the sound of roaring rivers, and a visual canvas that changes every single week of the monsoon. It demands effort, but it pays you back in memories that will last a lifetime. Are you planning to add the Valley of Flowers to your bucket list for this trekking season? Let me know in the comments below. If you found this guide helpful, hit that like button, subscribe for more Himalayan adventures, and I'll see you on the next trail.